Breaking news, Trump is doing it again. He's unstoppable, and libs are melting down everywhere. By Cat Stevens for freedomdaily.com. The GOP tax plan was a success, not just because Americans needed the tax break, but because it proved to the nation that President Trump could unite Republicans. Not only can he unite them as a Republican himself, but he did it despite the media's constant barrage of doom and gloom forecasts for the nation if the president's plan came to fruition, and the left fighting as hard as they can against it. It's pretty normal for the Democrats to be diametrically opposed to whatever Republicans wanted to do, but it's not common for the attacks to be as blatant as they have been of late. The left has worked very hard to convince Americans that a congressional vote for a Trump plan is a vote for the degradation of our society, when quite the opposite is true, as was proven when the details of the tax plan reached Americans and corporations started handing out their savings to the American people. The success was a turning point because it proved that the RNC could be united, and President Trump plans to do it again very soon. Daily Mail reports that on the heels of that success, the president wants to tackle another hot button issue that he promised to fix while in office: healthcare. One of the first things that the president said to the American people after Christmas is that he plans to tackle the Affordable Care Act, and he won't take no for an answer. The ball is already rolling, and he plans to keep it that way. President Donald Trump predicted in a post-Christmas tweet that Democrats and Republicans will eventually join to develop a great health care plan. The president pointed in his early morning missive Tuesday morning that the new tax cut law includes a repeal of the Obamacare individual mandate requiring people to buy insurance. Based on the fact that the very unfair and unpopular individual mandate has been terminated as part of our tax cut bill, which essentially repeals over time Obamacare, the Democrats and Republicans will eventually come together and develop a new health care plan, Trump wrote. He was following up on a Christmas Day tweet promising to get back to work on a day when he spent the day golfing and tweeting at Mar-a-Lago, his Florida resort property. I hope everyone is having a great Christmas. Then tomorrow it's back to work in order to make America great again, which is happening faster than anyone anticipated. What the liberals will no doubt call gloating, conservatives are viewing as an encouragement. What we sometimes forget to factor in is that the huge majority of all broadcast media is liberal, and even if we do know that, it's hard to ignore what we hear over and over again. The media seems to have taken a hint from Hitler's playbook when he said, "Make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it." This worked because it's based off a basic understanding of the human brain, and the left has been exploiting this through their media for years. Thankfully, the president is talking actually directly to Americans, and we don't have to guess what is truth and what is fiction. Polling has shown the individual mandate was the least popular element of Obamacare provisions protecting people from pre-existing conditions, and other benefits score better than slapping people with a tax if they don't want to buy insurance. A recent Kaiser Family Foundation poll said 42% of Americans would maintain the mandate, while 55% would repeal it. But Axios reported support for the mandate grew when people learned most Americans already had insurance that would satisfy the requirement. Based on the fact that the very unfair and unpopular individual mandate has been terminated as part of our tax cut bill, which essentially repeals over time Obamacare, the Democrats and Republicans will eventually come together and develop a great new health care plan. Democrats in Congress have shown little appetite for going along with Trump on health care, resisting multiple GOP efforts to repeal President Obama's signature legislative proposal. The latest government statistics this year showed 8.8 million people signed up for Obamacare under the federal exchange, just short of the 9.2 million last year, and with an open enrollment period about half as long. The White House has also been talking up the idea, excuse me, I think it's too much Christmas celebrating. The White House has also been talking up the idea of working with Democrats on an infrastructure plan to fund new roads and bridges, even though liberals and the media take no end of pleasure from touting how many people signed up for Obamacare during the enrollment period. They seem to be forgetting to mention how heavily the enrollees would have been penalized had they declined. A record number of American Indians walked the Trail of Tears too, but that didn't make it a good idea. Yeah, it depends on how much. Yeah, they don't mention that. Well, it seems to be going along well. They're going to have no choice. I would say Obamacare would have fallen flat anyway on its own without anything else happening. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.